everybody, this is Fab again with the detailed review of the Samsung Galaxy Nexus that I've promised. I have had this phone now for about a week, so I'm prepared to tell you all about it. Before we start, I have to say I am a convicted Android fanboy. I used to own the first iPhone and then I switched over to Android when the original Samsung Galaxy came out, so I'm a fanboy and I love this phone. I'm going to tell you from the start, so just keep that in mind. It's a great phone. Up until recently, I used to use the Nexus 1, and I now switched over to this. I kind of skipped the Nexus S, and I kind of, I like to stick to the original Google devices these days. They're really cool. So the first thing you will notice about this phone that it's pretty big. I have really small hands for a guy. For me, it's quite comfortably to hold. If you have bigger hands, that would probably make it even easier. As you can see, it's slightly curved. It looked a lot more curved in the promo shots. This is and it's really thin. This is the European version. I've heard that the American CDMA or LTE version is a bit thicker, but I can't really test that. This is the GSM version. We only have that in Europe. So yeah, I mean, the hardware is really nice. I will review this kind of together with Ice Cream Sandwich, Android 4.0, because in my mind, you really can't separate that from the device, because obviously this device has been designed with Ice Cream Sandwich in mind. You can now also get Ice Cream Sandwich on the Nexus S and also the Nexus 1 later on, I think, but this device really has been designed for Ice Cream Sandwich, so I'm going to it's really hard for me to separate both things. So as you can see, there's no physical buttons on this. There's a little LED. You might have noticed I just got a notification. So this just flashes white when you get a notification. There's no physical buttons at the front of the device. There's a power button here and a volume slider here, like toggle here, and that's about it. And when you turn it on, the first thing, I mean, this is the new unlock screen, but basically when you get past this, the first thing you will notice is that the buttons are now touch buttons, which I really like. Some people really don't like this. I've recently seen a review by Leo Laporte who really doesn't like this. I do. I love it very much. I can't wait what they will do with these buttons, because being touch buttons, I mean, they can change them. It's already pretty obvious if you turn it. Oh, this doesn't work in this mode. If you turn the device sideways, let's see, where does that work? I think in the gallery. If you turn it sideways, you see the buttons kind of switch with the device orientation, and I just can't wait to see what they will do with these buttons. Because being soft buttons, of course, they can kind of modify them depending on what app you're using, what context. So I think that will be pretty cool. I love the display on this device. I think it's gorgeous. I mean, the original Galaxy had the Samsung display, and I really love them. I've heard some really negative reviews about this because it's a so-called pan-tile display. And people are saying it has like a green tint to it, especially on low light settings. This is pretty much low light. I can't tell that. Maybe just my eyes are broken, or I don't know. I just can't. I do not notice that at all. I really love this display. It's gorgeous. I mean, if you I don't know, if you just look at random stuff, I just love the colors on this. It's probably going to be a little bit washed out in the video. That's my camera. I just can assure you this display is absolutely beautiful. I just love that. So I really like the form factor of the device, the whole way it's just laid out with the soft buttons, and the way Ice Cream Sandwich plays into that, because the whole design is now very much focused on this. This display is very high resolution. I think it's about the same as the current iPhone, maybe even more. You can see it because everything's really sharp. I mean, the fonts look very crisp. I love the new Roboto font they did. I mean, the whole visual design of Ice Cream Sandwich is, in my opinion, the best feature. Lots of people think it's kind of not really an improvement, but one of the biggest arguments against Android was always that it didn't look so good. I didn't really mind it, but now it looks amazing. I think this looks a lot better than the iPhone. The iPhone interface looks really dated in comparison. I do love the new task switcher they have. So they have, you see thumbnails of all the applications, and they have a new kind of gesture thing. So you can dismiss applications by just swiping them like this. This doesn't really change anything. These are not running in the background. They're actually paused. It's the same as in Android before. So I think the whole getting rid of them is just because it's just cosmetic, because they just stack up. But I just love the way this looks, the way you switch applications. I find this is gorgeous. It's just amazing. And this whole swiping metaphor is not only in the not only in the app switches, but also in the notifications. So they changed this a bit. You can see it's slightly translucent here, which just looks gorgeous. I love the blue color. You can go to settings right from here, and when you have notifications, you can also just swipe them away. So now before in Android you had to dismiss all of them at once. Now you can actually dismiss them one by one, which is great, because there's maybe some stuff you want to come back to later, and then there's stuff you just don't want, which you can swipe away. You can, of course, click on it to get to it. One thing they added is folders. This is, of course, taken right from iOS. So you see I did a folder for games, and this was the pre-installed Google folder with all the Google applications in it. To create a folder, you just hold hold an icon as if you would, move it around, and then you can, if you put it on top of another icon, this circle appears. And when you let it go, it creates a folder which is unnamed by default. You open it, and you can, open, close it, and then you can actually name it. So I would call this podcatchers. I really love the keyboard on this. Don't be alarmed by my typing here. This is basically the setup I'm using to film this. Makes it kind of hard for me to type, but I just love this. You can name your folder, and you can just launch applications from there. And here you see something. This app, it's a pre-release version of our app Pony Express, and the thing is, normally, you now have something called the action bar at the top. And they actually removed the options key. And the real options for all the new apps from 4.0 onwards are supposed to be up here. But because we're still, this is the first build with Ponies, like a dev build we did for Ice Cream Sandwich, we're still kind of experimenting. And if you have an app that isn't aware of Ice Cream Sandwich, it also puts like this vertical ellipses, or whatever you would call this. This is options now, and if you have an app that was coded for an older Android version where you would have an option key on the phone, it puts this, it's basically, as you can see, right now we have the same menu here, but it puts the options down there. I can maybe show you with with another app. Yeah, the file manager has this. So this is this is a good example. So this is just the old way of if you push the option key, you'd get these things, and this is just a way of backward compatibility. Also notice here, little transparency, really nice. So they put this in to be backwards compatible. The new apps are not supposed to have this. So if we open the Google Plus app, which is obviously Google's own app, so they know this. This is the action bar. So all the menu items are now supposed to go up here, and then this ellipsis thing is there to get like further options. And the action bar is called action bar because it's kind of context sensitive. So if you mark a post here, for example, it puts all the Google Plus actions that you can do. I don't know why it does that in green. I find that a bit ugly, but it puts all the options up here. So that's how apps are supposed to work. In the new ice cream sandwich. All of Google's own apps started using this. They have some really nice design stuff. So if we go to Gmail, for example, they really changed the design of this in a way that, I mean, it's not so noticeable on Gmail, but it now, for example, see, it uses the action bar, but I really like the way they did this, the redesign. I mean, they also redesigned the contacts app. I can't really show you that, but then you see, you'll see phone numbers. You'll just have to believe me. But the apps they build in are really nice. They removed the Google search button. Phones used to have the dedicated search button. Now we have this kind of widget here, which is always there, but it's only on the home screen. So if you open an app, this is gone. As you can see, they kind of use, like, this part of the screen is about as big as on the Nexus S, and then they use the extra resolution, the extra real estate for the software buttons down here, and for the search bar up there. So you can, it has all the normal, it has the voice search stuff. So let's do this. Lush. Let's see if it actually does this. So see, it finds the next Lush store. So that's how that works now. I actually have to say I like the improvements they did to Gmail. I like the contacts. It's a bit weird because the contacts app is now white and everything in here is like kind of black, and contacts are Gmail and Gmail are kind of white. I don't know. It kind of works. It looks a bit weird, but I think they're just in the process of switching all these apps to the new design guidelines. So most of these apps will probably look like that in the future, and then it'll be okay. I must say I really like the browser. The browser is amazing. It's really fast. Here you have the same thing. You have what in a desktop browser would be tabs. You have kind of windows, so you can open a new window. Let's see. Let's go to Alex News. alexnews.org. So if you then push that button again, you get these kind of, you get these windows, and you can, of course, can bookmark them, add new ones, and then if you get bored of them, you have the same metaphor as everywhere. Now you just swipe them, and they're gone. The new browser is really fast. It's amazingly fast. It's faster than my desktop browser on Wi-Fi. I think it's amazing. One feature I really like, and a lot of people really like, I talked to my girlfriend recently who hates mobile versions of sites. For example, this is Alex News. It detects when you go to that site, it detects that you're using a phone and gives you the mobile version. If you don't want that, like my girlfriend would do, you just you just go to options, and you have a new option called request desktop site, which is amazing. And now it just, I don't know what it does, it switches the user agent or whatever, and you get the normal Alex News site. And actually on a screen like this with a resolution like this, it's really usable. So I'm actually doing that more and more. And I just love that feature. It's a great feature. Of course, you can go to portrait mode, and it's actually very usable to read emails like this. So I totally like the way they, what they did with the browser and all the built-in apps. This phone is really fast. So doing stuff like watching YouTube, which I've previously done on the Zoom tablet a lot, actually works great. You need headphones because, as with every phone, the speaker isn't. It's okay. It's a great phone speaker, but it's not the best speaker ever. So I usually watch with headphones, but you can use that very well to. to just watch YouTube videos. Very nice, and it just runs. It's like smooth as butter. It's just actually really fun to watch YouTube videos on this. I mean, the resolution is so high for video that the video just amazingly crisp, and it's just if you're on Wi-Fi, it's I mean, this is the more convenient than actually watching YouTube on my laptop, which is just great. I mean, you can see it's totally optimized. It just runs amazingly well, and the device itself is just fast as hell. I mean, stuff like games. Let's do games. Put Minecraft. Just runs really well on this. There has been a bug reported with the multi-touch, which apparently if you touch there, then down, like if you multi-touch, if you touch one hand and then this part of the screen down here is supposed to have a bug where multi-touch doesn't really work. And it's been demonstrated on YouTube, so I believe it's there. People are saying it's probably a software bug and can be fixed. I haven't run into it. Like, I've been using this phone for over a week. I wouldn't have even noticed if people hadn't said. And I'm actually playing quite a bit of Minecraft on here, and well, it's great for that as well. It's got great performance. If you want to have a look at my my first review video I did, I'll show you in there. I showed the switching between apps and stuff, and between different games actually, and how well it works. It's just there was a hole there in my home screen. I don't like this. I really like the new widgets. If they're ICS compliant, you can like dynamically resize them. You add them now pretty much like they did on Honeycomb from the apps menu. So you have widgets here. You actually have a direct link to the market over there. New market. Well, I had this on Gingerbread as well, but it looks a lot more ice cream sandwichy. I can see why they changed the look and stuff. But if you want to add widgets, like for example, I don't know which one is resizable. I know Google Plus, so let's do Google Plus. When you add it, you can actually hold on it and resize it, which is great. Just good stuff. It's just little improvements all around to the look and everything, but it's just nice. I mean, they're nice improvements. This phone is totally snappy. I don't know how anybody could say that there's like any lag in this at all. It's better than I mean, I don't think I've seen the iPhone 4S, but I've definitely played with an iPhone 4, and I would say it's even snappier. It's just really nice. One thing they really improved, which was badly needed, is the camera. The camera app on this is amazing. The camera on the Galaxy Nexus is a 5 megapixel camera, which people are saying is not enough for them. I don't know. I mean, the optics in these phones, they're so crap anyway. I mean, I don't know if you need more than 5 megapixels. Even if you had that, photos aren't going to be any better anyway, because look at the size of that lens. I mean, come on. I do love the way they structured this camera. They have, you can now switch to, of course, you can take videos. You can switch to panoramic mode, which actually you just push this button, and then you move like it. I think it uses motion sensor. It's gonna look crap with this, of course, but you move around and then you plus stop, and it like stitches the panorama together automatically. This is a shite demo. You should really have to do this outside, of course, but it works well. Like as long as you pan around slowly, which kind of makes sense, it works really well. The camera itself, the speed of this is unmatched. It just it takes pictures like this. All pictures. It just goes blam, blam, blam. It has nice settings, so you can. Oh, I was actually on sunset mode. That's where the color is so weird. You have you have different different scene settings. You can adjust all kind of stuff. Of course, this phone has a front-facing camera. So hey, that's me. So which doesn't have the same kind of quality, obviously, but nice for video conferencing. And if you want to do funny snapshots of yourself, if you have taken a picture, then it has like share buttons. It also always gives you the latest share button in the gallery. So for me, that's usually Google Plus. But if you go to the gallery now, which is also a lot better, it's a lot faster, looks a lot better. They had this cool iris gallery which they bought. The new one looks a lot more like, it actually belongs into Ice Cream Sandwich. So let's actually take some useful picture that I took. So you can now see it puts the latest share option you choose. For me, it's Google Plus up there, and the other ones are from there. And you can now actually edit pictures. So it has, you can change the shadows and all that, and all that kind of stuff. It has FX, so really there's no need for what's that what's that app that's on the iPhone that never came to Android. Is not really needed. You can really do most of these effects in here. It's got funny stuff, all kind of stuff that I never use, but they're fun. You can crop, you can actually remove glow, you can do red eye reduction. So the camera app is really improved. Oh, Instagram, that's it. Yes, Instagram. So I don't really need that. I've got the built-in ICS app, which is great. I love that. I love that you can edit pictures now, and you can save them when you edit them and all that kind of stuff. So I think those are most of the features. It has the new keyboard. The new keyboard has a lot of improvements, which are great. So we actually have. It has the normal predictive kind of stuff, but it also has autocorrection. So it now sees that I've mistyped the word, and it has corrections. So if you just tap on it, it'll give you corrections, and you can add stuff to the dictionary, which is really nice. And it also has, well, Android always had this, but I think they improved it quite a bit. It has this voice dictation feature, which I never use. I've gone on record saying that Siri is just stupid because nobody wants to talk to their phone. You're an outcast in society anyway if you're somewhere and you talk on your phone, but now you're just like talking to your phone, like I don't know, Siri, where's the next bakery and stuff. People will just look at you funny. So that's not something I use, but if you want that, it doesn't talk back to you like Siri. I think Google is working on that. They want to have a project called Majel, like Majel Roddenberry, from Star Trek Computer Voice and all that kind of stuff. I don't personally need this, but it does dictation. So it also kind of does these dictations in real time. So you can just see it doesn't work because I don't know why it would. I have no idea why this isn't working for me. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe I'm not close to it. Hello. Here we go. I blame my German accent, which is probably a problem. Hello. Listen to me. This doesn't work at all. Yeah. But that's, I've seen demos where it really works for other people. For me, it doesn't, as you can see. It does not work at all. Let's try that again. Hello. I'm testing the voice recording or the voice typing feature of this phone. It usually does not recognize my accent. Oh, now it does. Maybe I just have to talk like a computer. Computer? Are you getting this? No, it does not work for me. So This is why I don't use this crap, because it does not work. But if you want to try it, maybe if you really want that feature, you probably have to get an iPhone, especially if you're German and have your phone set to English. It would probably work in German if I had set my phone to German, which I never do. So, dude, you're not making it better. You see, this is crap. What language is that? That does not work. This is not even words. This is like Finnish or something. Okay. Major fail. But I do like the keyboard. I've always liked the Android keyboard. I think they improved it greatly in Honeycomb. I think it's even better in Ice Cream Sandwich. So I'm old-fashioned. I just type. I usually use the landscape keyboard and then just type like this, which is great. Works well for me. I really like the keyboard, and as you could see, voice dictation for me is total fail. So no, I'm not doing that. And I think that's about it. It's a great phone. I love it. It's the best phone I've ever owned. It beats the crap out of the Nexus 1, and I already like that. I just love the size of this. I love the screen. Screen is gorgeous. Just the way it looks. I mean, I love how thin it is. Oh, by the way, haven't shown you headphone jack. Headphone jack's there. That's the micro USB port. I think it's a great phone. I would say get it. It's amazing. They improved the camera a lot. Ice Cream Sandwich is awesome. And I mean, if you have a Nexus S and you can get Ice Cream Sandwich, I don't know if I would upgrade. I mean, I was ready. I had the other phone more than 2 years, so I was like gunning for an upgrade of the phone. So I just did it. I was kind of waiting for this to come out. But if you're in the market for a phone and you want an Android, I mean, I would say if you want a smartphone, get this. But you know, there's also the iPhone, so you should probably look at this. But if you're in the market for an Android phone, you need to get this. This is amazing. It has Android like it was meant to be. There's no carrier messed with this. It's just amazing. I love the new features. Oh, one thing I haven't showed you yet, which they also improved, is the settings. They actually reorganized this, which is great. I don't know what they have new features. I do love the data usage thing. You can set your cycle, and you can set your warning limit, and it actually shows you what apps are using all the data services. So for me, the big offenders, obviously Google Plus. Pony Express in there too. Yeah, so I love that. I love how they did this. This is really helpful. Especially for people who don't have an unlimited plan. And I do have an unlimited plan, but I get throttled, so this is helpful as well. I don't get throttled often, but it does help. I mean, this is pretty much like gingerbread. I'm running 4.0.1 still. It's the version that came with it. I think that's amazing. I mean, one thing that changed, another new feature that I don't use because I don't know. I only put like lock features on my phone when I'm like, I don't know. I don't let go of my phone, and only when I'm somewhere at a party or so I can lock it so that people can't get access. But if you want to lock it, they have this new feature which is face unlock, which kind of never worked in their demos. I tried it before. It works pretty well for me. It's probably gonna not work here, but I'll just have to set this up. Oh, it's not working because there's the camera there. Let's check this out. Hello. Well, it says it works, so we can see. You have to set, in case it doesn't recognize your face, you have to set it like a fallback thing. It's obviously not my real pin, it's just for trying this. Setting that pin would be really stupid. So let's see if that works. If you unlock it, then it just shows you like this, and you have to hold. It actually worked immediately. It worked so fast I couldn't even show you. It's really thinking the camera is part of my face now. Just goes blam, and it works. So for me that worked really well. It actually also worked when I took my my glasses off, which was really surprising to me. But yeah, apparently it works. At least one of the new features that works for me, even if the voice detection doesn't. So yeah, I think that's about it for this phone. It's a great phone, as I said. Been using it about a week. I love it. Best phone ever. So one other thing you can see if you do this. If you slide to the right on the unlock screen, it unlocks it. Something else they stole got inspired by the iPhone is if you slide to the left, you go straight to the camera, which takes a millisecond for some weird reason, and kind of works. So I actually use that a lot now that I'm talking about that. Really nice. I think that's about all the features now. Pretty sure. So yeah, really nice phone. Just gotta love it. Google Music. I use Google Music all the time. If you in the market for an Android phone, this is the Android phone to get. I'm not kidding you. It's an awesome phone. I wouldn't go without it. So I hope that was helpful. If you're still looking to get a phone, I don't know, maybe with the Christmas money you're getting, or or after Christmas, I can hardly recommend this. I think this is the best phone. I'm sure this is the best phone I've ever seen. It's fast, it's snappy, it has kick-ass features, it looks gorgeous, it's just beautiful. It's amazing. Buy this phone. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. And see you again for another review some other time.